Holy smokes, that didn't take that long, but it felt like it took a long time. And it was work. So I went through that recent book pickup at a local college, very close to where my store is, less than 5 minutes away, 5 minutes away. And if you remember, it was 17 boxes of books. And this is what's left. And there's about 20 book lots and 2 individual books that I'm going to list on eBay. And then I kept a handful, maybe like less than 10 books for the store. It was a lot of outdated book sets. Many obviously is from a history department, so history book sets. Just a lot of them were just not, they weren't being purchased on eBay, even complete sets. But these are the ones that are actually being bought and are going for better money. And it really kind of varies. There's some that are like 20 bucks, 25, and then there's a lot that are over $30, $40. And it's going to take a little bit of time to list them. It's not going to take that long. I mean, I've listed, hundreds and hundreds of book sets, probably more at this point, throughout the years that I've been selling on eBay. And so just as a little tidbit of information, this came from a college that is a private college, and it is it is ranked 24th in the entire country for private colleges, which is pretty phenomenal. And there's 2 other colleges nearby that are also ranked a little bit lower than them, or higher, I guess. But so my point is that you might think, oh, I really want to get into, I would love to pick up books from a local college. Maybe there's some good stuff. And it's going to vary as to what college it is, what department it is, what kind of books they are. This, for the most part, was non-barcoded, non-ISBN books. Some of the books were really, really old, like over 100 years old, 150 years old. Some of them are like 75 years old. So there's many books back from the 30s, the 20s, that type of thing. But my point is that a private, very sought after, very difficult to get into college can have really good books. And this is proof that they do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just like phenomenal books, selling for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's always just going to vary. It doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is that I got on a list because I'm here locally, and that list is being passed around of resources for departments or individuals that are looking, professors, whatever, that are on the college campuses that are looking for a way to get rid of their books. Sometimes they're looking to sell them. Sometimes they're looking to donate them. But there's not very many options around here, so I'm not quite sure, other than one that I know of, who would be on that list, outside of obviously donating to libraries, that kind of thing. But anyway, this is what I came across. Not everybody is obviously going to have a bookstore, a media store like I do, and that's not something that's required. But you can definitely put your name out there in your local community, let people know what you do. Word gets around. It does take time, but word does get around if you're consistent about it, about telling a lot of people, about doing the job well, showing up on time, picking all the books, being professional, being courteous, being nice, that kind of thing. Being professional, being nice, doing what you say, it goes a long way in anything in life. And the same thing goes for free book pickups, picking up donations of books, being a resource that people can go to if they're looking to get rid of, whether it's just books, whether it's other media, music, movies, video games, whatever it is. There are a lot of people that don't want to fill up their car and lug a bunch of stuff over to the local thrift store or wherever it might be, the local library. They would rather have somebody come by, pick it up, and make it really easy for them, basically. So keep that in mind. It's convenient for a lot of people, and especially if they know that it's going to somebody that actively is selling and dealing in books and media, they feel better about, I could just throw it in the trash myself, but I know that this person is going to try to get a lot of these items into other people's hands, and that makes them feel better. So, it's a win-win, right? It's a win for you because you get free stuff, but it's also a win for them because you get to clear out things. It also goes to somebody that at least they feel, which it should be anyway, that it's going to somebody that's actually going to try to do something with those items. Now, as you know, a lot of books, a lot of media, nobody wants it, especially when it comes to books. A lot of these books are outdated. People, if no one's buying it on eBay, then really, there's not really many people that are looking to buy it. Now, could someone walk into my store and buy some of these books? Yes, that's why I'm going to put out some of them that I kept. But a big set, of history about a certain country or a certain policy or whatever it is probably not going to sell in my store. So, or anywhere really. It's just outdated and it's not something that someone's going to read. So, so it's okay if some of them or many of the books are not sellable. Part of what your service is almost a disposal service, which is why I always say that books should be packed up in boxes and bags, whatever, not just sitting piled somewhere in the corner or strewn about or on bookshelves and you're expected to pull them off and box them up yourself. Because that's a lot of labor. And also, where is it? Is it on the second floor? You have to go downstairs. You have to go down an elevator. Do you have to go up a big hill, a big driveway? That kind of stuff. Keep that in mind as well. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of physical effort. And, I think that those, at a bare minimum, books should be bagged up, boxed up, so that all you have to do is just grab them. And you're going to have to haul them anyway. You might have to walk a ways, or you can have a dolly, whatever it is. But keep those things in mind. Some people, they don't care. They'll box and bag items up for people, but after a while, it does get pretty tiresome. So keep that in mind. At this point, after having picked up thousands and thousands and thousands of books, yes, that many, and other types of media, I always, when someone wants to give me something, I'm always asking questions, right? Hey, do you want, I have books, can you come pick them up? And I say, oh, okay, well, about how many books do you have? Or I say, well, how many boxes do you have? So obviously you can get an idea of, do they have them boxed or not? Are they in bags? And if they say, oh, well, we got probably like 1,000 books, but they're sitting on bookshelves, can you just box them up yourself? And then if they say that, I would ask the question, well, what kind of books are they? They say, oh, it's all like old dictionaries and encyclopedias and old cookbooks from the 60s and old textbooks, the things you don't want, then you're probably not going to waste your time. You say, well, those are kind of items that we're just not able to do anything with, so we'll have to pass. Again, the more you're comfortable saying no, the better stuff you're going to get and opportunities you're going to get. Because some people just want you to, and most people are not like this, right? They're just trying to get rid of crap or it's in really bad shape. And so that's why you ask questions. Well, how many boxes do you have? You don't have them boxed up. Oh, you do. Oh, you have 30 boxes of books. How big are the boxes? Because is it a banker size box, which is pretty small, or like, medium-ish, depending? Are they tiny little boxes? Are they gigantic, large Home Depot boxes, Lowe's boxes that full of books will be too heavy to carry? So keep that in mind. Are they tubs, those big tubs? What size tubs? Are they small tubs, medium-sized tubs, large, huge tubs? Because those are very heavy if they're filled with books. And of course, if it's records, they're heavy. If it's CDs, they're going to be pretty heavy. DVDs, not so heavy. So it all depends on what it is. VHS tapes can be a little bit heavy as well, but not as heavy, obviously, as books or as CDs or records. Obviously, records can be very heavy too. Full banker's box of records, that's pretty heavy. So know your limits physically and mentally, how much you're willing to do. So I'll keep that all in mind. Hopefully that helps to get an idea of how to deal with these types of pickups, because it's free financially, but it's not free in terms of your time and your physical effort. And I've picked up, like I said, thousands of items. I picked up small amounts of books, huge amounts of books. I've had to go back multiple times. And not every book pickup, not every free donation pickup is going to be great. But, you take the bad with the good and averages out over all the donations that you do pickups on. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.